Gang stalking would have never gotten as bad as it did if I had done this one thing. There is one fundamental change that I have that is the fruit of 8 years of gang stalking experience. And look, a lot of people are like that already, but I guess I simply refuse to accept it because I was so put on, I had so much faith in people. I just had a lot of faith in people to the point where I didn't judge people by their actions. I simply had too much faith in people. And whenever someone would do something that would F me, I would still be there trying to help them. I would be easily blindsided by, not blindsided, but the words of people would blind me from seeing the results of the actions of those same people. If someone did something effed up to me, and that same person later on wanted to talk to me, I was stupid enough to offer my help to that person. That's just how I was. That's how I have always been. That is exactly what I believe made me the prime target of gang stalking is simply my faith in people. This whole gang stalking experience made me develop some systems of defense. These are if someone hurts me in any way, even accidental, I don't hang out with them or I leave or I kick them out immediately. Whether or not there was an accident, that's none of my business. In gang stalking, people will hurt you and will pretend it's an accident. If you are a target of gang stalking, please understand that a lot of the accidents that you're gonna encounter of people accidentally hurting you, those are not accidental. Gang stalkers will pretend it's an accident. Don't let those slide. Next is keeping people accountable. If someone tells you to meet somewhere at a certain time and they don't show up, don't give them another opportunity to leave you hanging again. But look, maybe a second time, maybe. But that's when you have to use your discernment because a lot of times someone can have good intentions and be late, but only accept that once. If you allow someone to disrespect your time, they're gonna keep disrespecting you, and most gang stalkers are gonna know that. They pass around information about you and they share it amongst themselves. They share with each other the things that they can do to F you, the things that you're gonna let slide, and the things that you don't. So if you suddenly feel like a lot of people are doing the same thing to you, that's not coincidence. Gang stalkers share amongst themselves the things that they can get away with, that you allow them to get away with. You have to understand that. Which means that you cannot allow anything weird, anything that is demeaning, derogatory, or painful slide. Nothing, nothing, nothing. You cannot let anything slide. Immediately, you have to tell that person to not speak to you ever again, even if they're joking. And look, the moment that you tell a gang stalker, I can't, I want to leave. I don't talk to me anymore. They're gonna ask you, what did I do? What did you see? You know why they're asking you? They're asking you because they want to refine. They want to refine their actions, or they want to hear what you have to tell them, what you're telling gonna tell them, so that they can gaslight you and tell you, oh, I didn't mean it like that. It was an accident. No. Whenever you clock a gang stalker, they will ask you, what did I do? So that they can refine their actions. Gang stalkers are always refining their actions. They do something, if they get caught, they will try again, but with refinements. A lot of these people have had that type of behavior for many, many years, which has armed them with refined targets, with refined tactics of manipulating people. The older a gang stalker is, the better they're going to be. On top of that, when you agree to meet with a person, with a gang stalker, and what they promised you, what made you agree to meeting them doesn't happen, that's the biggest red flag. That tells you that their intentions were never to go through with what they promised you. They have their own agenda. If you're a target of gang stalking, to you, being normal has to be getting rid of people out of your life. When you are a victim of gang stalking, that means that there are a lot of people around you, a lot of them whom you have no idea who they are, that will try to intersect themselves into your life with the intention of subtly hurting you, stealing from you, pushing your actions in a particular direction, Gang stalking is literally a bunch of people conspiring to make sure that your life goes in a direction that they want it to go. So, as long as you get rid of these people, there will be no gang stalking to happen. If you know that you're getting gang stalked, you cannot talk to anyone that uses substances, illegal substances. You can't. Prescription or not, because that is meant to pull you in slowly. The intentions of a person are going to be obvious to you. And look, gang stalking did something to my mind. It did. This is going to sound really awful, but it allowed me to see how I can abuse people. It did. It really did. It really did. Like how I can take advantage of people, and I'm not like that. I have never been like that. But I began to see people how gang stalkers see people. Like I know why I was picked up, to I was selected for all of this disaster to happen. I know. I have always been really giving and I have never been vengeful. I have never been a person that abuses people purposely. I'm not a person with malice. I have never been. But now that I experience so much of it, I can see it. I can see when someone wouldn't clock a person with an ill intention. Like I see it now, which is exactly why I tell you the moment that someone harms you directly or indirectly, they believe that you aren't able to see what they're truly doing. And look, with me, they were right on the money. They were on point with their judgment of me because I was never a person that would retaliate. I would just like stay quiet. I would believe the things that people would say. I had faith in people. But after gang stalking, that version of me doesn't exist anymore. It really doesn't. And it sucks because there's times where you wanna have faith in someone. You wanna believe that they have good intentions, but they're showing you that they don't with their own actions. And if you don't understand the fact that there are people that are evil in nature, that will get close to you and will try to manipulate your mind into allowing them to do whatever they want with you, when they have that type of power over you, they're not strong enough to respect you. Because look, a person that is your friend and can see how they can step over you and you wouldn't even know. If they're a friend, they would protect you. They would do and say things to make you aware of what type of person you are. A friend will tell you. And I'm telling you this because there were a couple of people, who told me, that person is not good for you. Or someone else told me, you're the type of person that will let anyone take or boss you around. And I didn't even I heard it, but I didn't even know what that person meant. And it was so true. It was so true. I just never really doubted people. I didn't know that abusive people existed. I didn't know. Like no, I just had no idea. A friend will want to protect you. Just understand that a friend will want to protect you. And one who doesn't or doesn't even try to help you understand and instead takes advantage of you, that they know that they can manipulate you, so they do. That's freaking awful. Like in reality, it's if they're your friend, if they're a good friend of yours, they should even try to explain that to you. But a lot of times, if they see that they can get something from you, they will. Which is exactly why they don't tell you. They don't tell you your type of personality. Only two people told me my type of personality, and I was young. I was way too young to understand what they meant. I was just so stupefied and so traumatized because I have been traumatized since like I was a kid. Like a lot of things happened to me when I was a kid that literally like that I was harassed by. Like I had been harassed since I was a little kid. And it is just now, that I'm 38, that it just now makes sense. It took all of these years, but I feel like I had to get gang stalked in order for me to understand how to change my behavior and how to normalize kicking people out of your life. Kicking people out of your life has to be normal. The moment that I began doing that, my life got better. And the crazy thing is that these people that you kick out will try again. When I was like 30, maybe 20, 27 or 28, this guy posted a picture of me on social media where I was like, it was my face and I was completely naked. I look really good in that picture, so I'm okay. But his name was Evan Pickens. And I saw it and I reprimanded him for it. I asked him, why are you posting my pictures? Because it was a Craigslist ad. It was a Craigslist ad, and he got that picture and posted it on social media. And I was like, well, dude, I'm just trying to get some tail. What the hell is your problem? So I don't even remember how the conversation went, but I blocked him. And just last year, early this year, he messaged me saying, hi, Efrain, just like that. And I banned him again. That was when I began banning people. At that time, the best choice was to ban him. And I wish I would have done that with more people because that in itself would have saved me from a lot of trouble. Any person that has the intention of meeting you, when they have the opportunity to meet you, they will. And if they don't show up, just ban that person, regardless of what they say. Regardless of what they say. But you have to normalize getting rid of people. Getting rid of people is the one thing that will save you from gang stalking from the very beginning. If you do not know what gang stalking is, if you just happen to get here and are for some reason watching this video, dude, normalize people that F you up purposely or accidentally. The world is literally filled with psychopaths. And I had no idea how many they were. I had no idea. The thing about psychopaths is that they all know each other and they are really well connected amongst themselves. And it's a pastime for these people to conspire to bring someone down. That's what happened to me. And it got to the point where I literally lost my mind. Like I began to hear voices. I was all paranoid. I began feeling a lot of weird sensations on my body. It made me homeless. I was addicted to illicit substances. It was wild. But this happened because I allowed these people in my life and I had no idea they existed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying this content. I am Efrain Rodriguez Guerrero, self-proclaimed gang stalking expert. If this video was helpful, entertaining, or useful, please consider dropping a like, dropping a comment, subscribing to the channel. Or if you would like to go above and beyond in showing your support, please consider becoming a member to the channel, only $4.99 a month. Or you can make a donation to my PayPal. There is a link to it in the description of the channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye.